In this video I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the spark plugs in a Suzuki Ignis. This one's a 2003 model. If your Suzuki is around a similar age, it should be the same engine design. If it looks similar to this, then it's probably going to be the same sort of engine layout. So what we need to do first is locate where the spark plugs are. So you're probably looking at this going, I can't see any spark plugs. Usually you have some leads leading into the engine. There's leads at the back here, but you can't see any spark plugs. They've actually hidden them in a pretty good spot. They've hidden them behind this panel here. Now, I've already undone this panel. The screws are, or the bolts, sorry, or the screws are a 10mm screw. So these ones are an 8mm screw. The ones for this part of the airbox, which I suggest you move out the way, there's one screw here and one screw there. These are a 10mm for these ones, and 8mm for the top cover here. So I've already undone these, ready to go to make it a whole lot easier. What we need to do next is just move this out of the way, just unclip it from the airbox here. Probably put the filter there, it's probably safer to stop anything falling into your engine. And that's just under this cover here. As you can see, all the wires lead up underneath the cover and through here. And then you have one, and then under here there's another, and another one under here. So this one should have 4 spark plugs in total. So what we need to do next is remove the top cap. Now I haven't actually checked or replaced these recently, so this will be a good test to see if they are in good condition. I need to buy some new ones. First look at the part that goes in to where the spark plug is and just see if there's any oil residue, because that might mean that there's some seals that are leaking. Now what I'll do next is get my spark plug remover. I'm hoping it's a 5/8, because that's one I've got ready to go, and it does go quite deep in. Now it does feel like it fits, so you'll need an extension piece and the 5/8 piece, and then just turn it to undo. Make sure you're going the correct direction, because you don't want to thread it inside the bore. Now let's just check which way. Feels like it's coming out, and it does feel like it's getting looser, so I know I'm going the correct direction. It seems like it's taking a little bit of time to come out. Let's hope it's still connected. It does feel like it. I can see this is coming up still, so yep, still a little bit to go. There we go. I can hear it's coming out now. Let's see. There we go. So the spark plug's ready to go. Now let's have a quick look. So it still looks in good condition, but it does look worn at the tip here. So it looks like these are older ones and they've been in there for a little while. Because of that, the tip's worn down. And you can see as well, there is some oil, looks like some maybe oil residue burning here. So potentially oil does get in there and it just burns away. It doesn't look like too much, but it's still enough to potentially cause an issue. So I'd be replacing these spark plugs. All these spark plugs will be the same model number of spark plug, which is what you see here for my particular engine. Just double check it against yours to make 100% sure, because you don't want to get the wrong one. But otherwise, to return it to the engine, it's just sticking it back on the sockets and the ratchet, making sure that it's on here and it's not going to fall, because it could damage it further if it was a new one. And then just lining up gently, just spinning it slowly, making sure that it grips, because you don't want to cross thread these. It's easy to cross thread if they're in a alloy engine. This one feels like it's going in with no issues. Yep, this one does feel okay. Now what you do after this one's done is you then move on to the next one. Obviously you'd have to undo this top part here. Something to quickly note is you want to do each spark plug in order and complete it before moving on to the next one. Otherwise, if you don't, you could mix up the leads, which can affect the timing. Make sure you take a picture of all this first. I mean, you got mine for reference, but just in case yours is slightly different, it's best to take a picture just to make sure that you know exactly where things go and which orientation. Potentially if you put that the wrong way around, it may affect how it runs. or how it gets put back. Cool. Now, once it's tight, you want to give it a quarter turn, and once that feels not too bad, that should be all in ready to go. You don't want to, as I said, spin it too much, so just the quarter turn once it's tight should do. Let me just line this up. That feels stable and it's on. Make sure you lay this back down here. So that goes back through there. Now it's the reverse procedure, putting the cover on. Putting all the screws in the cover first. And once that's all done, then putting air intake back on as well. And that's all ready to go. So hopefully that helps you locate, replace and find the spark plugs in a Suzuki Ignis. Thanks for watching.